Hey, hello there, and welcome back to yet another demonstration of a Lytt Effects pedal. Here we have the 1984. This was a fun one. I like this one a lot. This is probably my favorite design on all of the pedals that I did. So yeah, but we'll talk about that later because no one really cares about that. So as per the usual, clean tone, Telecaster. There she is. Lawler Special Tees, which are super special and hold a special place in my heart. It's going to go into this. It's going to come out of this. It's going to go here. I made this. How cool is that? I made this and this. And this. Wow. What a time to be alive. I did not make this. This is the Universal Audio Dream. This is a Fender, and it does the farty Fender thing, which I love. It's near and dear to my heart. It's a very, very clean sounding amp. The preset that I'm using is aptly named Cory Wong Clean because it's very clean. So here is how that sounds on the neck. We won't really do too much on the neck in this demo. Let's go to the middle. And the bridge. So yeah, clean. It has a little bit of breakup. Again, that Fendery farty thing that happens, especially with the bridge. So 1984. So this is based on or pretty much just a direct clone of the 1981 Inventions DRV, which is essentially a heavily modified rat circuit. As far as this circuit goes, so op amp clipping, just, like the rat has, super great sounding, can get very thick distortion tones, but kind of how this one works and this circuit is basically how it's running is almost as if you had a boost pedal going into a rat set to low gain, and that's basically what's going on here. And I will say that, and when I say low gain, I mean low gain for like a rat is still pretty high gain. So what I will say is that I have never gotten along with rats ever. I even had, the JHS Pack Rat, and while there were sounds that I liked, there were never any that I was just like, oh, I love the rat. Like everyone oohs and ahs over the rat, and I just never could get it to work for me. But this is the rat for me. So here we go, 1984, Double+Good. We'll talk about what that means in a little while. Let's see, knobs at noon. Why not? So yeah, you can see, drive at noon, you're still, you're pretty, you're hitting it pretty hard. So let's take that back a little bit. I think this thing rules. It just has that thick kind of, especially for lead stuff. I really like hitting this pretty hard and then back off the volume on the guitar a little bit, go to the neck pickup, and it just does this really cool. Yeah, so that's on the neck, and it sounds killer for doing like lead, almost like fuzzy type stuff. It sounds good in the middle too. It's very, I mean, the range on these knobs, you can go all over the place. Like, yeah, I mean, what more do you need to hear? I'm sure you don't want to hear much more because, again, I suck at guitar. But this pedal sounds pretty good. So, true to the Rat form, the tone knob here, or the cut knob, I should say. So, kind of works backwards from your typical tone knob. So, by turning it clockwise, you're actually reducing the amount of bass, and then, AKA, it's like it's cutting. So, or sorry, it is reducing the amount of treble. My bad. I'm smart. I know these things. So let's hear it at noon. Yeah, can take a little bit of dialing in, but yeah, it's a cool sounding pedal. I really like it. So that's the 1984. Let's go ahead and take a look at the inside, see what's going on in there. So 1984 Double+Good. This design is an ode to George Orwell's 1984. So I incorporated the Big Brother eye here, which is your tone knob, if you couldn't tell already. 1984, great novel by George Orwell. Highly recommend you read it if you haven't. And if only he could see us now. The Double+Good is just part of their Newspeak language in that book. You can go ahead and just Google it, because Double+Good just means it's like really, really good. It's, yeah. And on this guy, 9 volts only. I'm going to say it here. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say it one time. Well, now 2 times. 9 volts only. Don't go above 9 volts. There's a charge pump. It's going to run it at 18 for you, so you don't have to run it at 18. Isn't that cool? Pedals are cool. Technology is cool. So here's the inside. It's really, really, you know, not a whole lot going on. I mean, it's a rat circuit after all. There it does have the charge pump right there. Then these 2 op amps are your, you know, has the clipping going on. They are socketed, so if you want to swap them in and out, mess around, go for it. You have my permission. That's why I do that. So go ahead and pop some other stuff in there and see how it sounds. On this pedal, so I had the option where I could either do the buffer switch slash, you know, buffer to true bypass switch, or I could try to do the LED trimmer. Because I know with most of these I wanted to do the LED trimmer because that's a bugaboo of mine. But on these ones I decided not to, and because I wanted to do the buffer or true bypass switching. So on this pedal, you have the option to go buffer or true bypass. So right here with the switch, flip it up to buffer mode. So buffered bypass, which is stock. That is how the DRV works. So it, you know, is in buffer bypass mode stock. Flip it down to go true bypass. Yeah, so you can play around with it, whatever you want to do. No frills, nothing else really going on inside of here other than that. And yeah, it's a cool little pedal. I like this thing a lot. So that is the 1984 Double+Good. There we go. See you later.